All right, welcome to Sinbin Stream. Tonight in NHL hockey action, we start. We only have the St. Louis Blues at Anaheim Ducks. We do not start out in only two games on the NHL schedule tonight. Okay, audio's good there. And audio's good on. Why do I always blank on Twitch? There we go. All right, YouTube audio is good too. Just want to make sure. Hope you're having a great Friday night. Hope you're getting your weekend started off well. Hello, hey Gracie, what's up? How are you doing? Yes, so we have Joel Hofer in net. Looks like Dostal for the Ducks. And I had the Blues broadcast on, and they kept calling Seneca Seneki. And I'm like, and I double checked. I'm like, have I been wrong all year? And I'm like, nope. Just the Blues crew doesn't know how to pronounce his last name. Tomorrow, good question. Tomorrow we'll have Sabres Capitals 6:05 and Golden Knights Oilers. I was thinking of adding a game in the afternoon, but it depends on whether my son's baseball games are rained out or not. I might be able to add one tomorrow. And then Sunday, our next Canadians broadcast, Devils Canadians at 6, and we'll try to do Blues Avalanche, the second game of the ESPN doubleheader. Not going to normally do that, but figured Sunday night was good. Yeah, so I'm trying to think. Next week, though, I feel like the Sabres, yeah, you're welcome. No worries. Oh, nice. Yeah, that game I'll miss. Plus, my son has a game, and our weather should be good. So even if that game wasn't on NHL Network, I probably wouldn't get that. I probably wouldn't have been able to do it. But enjoy and bring home a win against the Bolts. Should be a good game, though. I don't know what's going on with NHL.com here. There we go. Here's the roster report. Just wanted to get that up. It is Joel Hofer versus Dostal. So that is correct. And in women's basketball, UConn lost in the Final Four. South Carolina 62. UConn 48. They pulled away in the second half. They were down 2 at half, South Carolina, but... And in the other game, UCLA 16, Texas 8, 7:49 second quarter. And we did the WNBA draft earlier, but we are set to start for this one. We are underway. Ducks in orange going right to left. No, I'm sorry. Ducks in orange going left to right. Blues and white going right to left. Pass to the slot, sent out to the neutral ice, and the Blues take over and dump it in. Now the Ducks have it. And it's sent ahead. Terry in the near boards lost the handle. At the red line, a pass got away, and the Ducks send it up. And this is going to be whistled for an Anaheim icing at 19:21. And then the other game today, the Flyers won on the road 4-1 over the Islanders. Hofer 19, 12, and 5, 2.59 goals against, 909 save percentage, 6 shutouts. Dostal 29, 17, and 3. And that's all I got. I could probably look it up. Face off in the near circle. Sent ahead, and the Blues pick it up. It was sent by Lindstein to Pareko, and he dumped it in. Now the Ducks send it out. And sent behind the Blues net off the stick of Kyrou. Now taken behind the net. Centering pass. Save, I believe. I think that was John Carlson. We'll get to the scratches at the first media timeout, or maybe at another icing. They credited the Ducks with a shot so far. Finally, a team we're both rooting for, says Jonathan. Yeah. Yeah, I can't stand the Ducks. That shows it. And I am not a Blues fan in the least bit. Just got this hat recently. All right, shot from a tough angle, and Hofer hangs on at 18-14. I don't know if that's going to be credited as a shot. But thanks, Gracie, for being here. Oh, nice. That should be interesting. Hello, Jonathan. I hope you feel better. I hope it's still good. All right, back underway. Shot and a goal. All right, sorry about that. That was very quick. And the Ducks take the 1-0 lead. A face-off and an immediate score. 1-0 Ducks. Paling is 11th from McTavish and Zellweger. All right, off the draw at the blue line. And sent, redirected. Yeah, that was tipped in the slot. If Paling didn't, I don't know why they're saying slap shot. He tipped it, or he redirected it in. Come on, Blues TV. Don't make me switch to the Ducks TV. Good Lord, they missed like 10 seconds. They took so long on the replay. Puck went into the netting. Puck went into the bench area. Gosh, these orange jerseys are ugly. Oh, they still have the duck wing as their secondary logo on their shoulder. Ugh. I got to get like Paul Correa era Ducks stuff, I guess. I don't know. This stuff's ugly looking. I really don't want anything, though. Sent out by the Blues. Picked up by Lacombe. Lacombe in front of his own net. And they send it up the near boards. And Hofer stops it. Sends a pass to the near boards. It's taken away, though, by the Ducks. And now the Blues take it. And work it up the far boards. Dump in by Thomas. Dostal sends it to the far boards. Not out. Sent behind the net. Nearly came into the crease. It sent off the near boards. Terry for the Ducks passes it ahead. But it was out of the reach of Leo Carlson. Passed up the far boards. Blues dump it in. Behind the net, John Carlson. And it's picked up by Moore. And a pass to Leo Carlson is picked off and dumped in by Broberg. John Carlson up the near boards, and Terry dumps it into the far corner for the Ducks. Kreider couldn't get to it, and the Blues have the puck. Tipped ahead over the red line and taken in by the Ducks. Zellweger trying to dig it out. And near circle, Granlund gets it back, but the Blues take it away. Granlund trying to work on it again in the near boards, and finally pass ahead by Dvorsky. And let's see, Zellweger sent it around. Geez Louise, the Blues feed just reverted. It went back like, I saw the same play twice. I think I'm going to have to go to the Anaheim feed. I don't know what's going on. Behind the net. Let me see if it's still live. This is ridiculous. All right, Seneca, far circle. Oh, gets obliterated. Somebody Knocked him over. Looks probably Reeves. They have Reeves, right? No, Tyler Tucker. Sorry, I got the wrong team. All right, pass taken over the red line for the Blues. Right up the middle. Pass to the near boards. And taken away by Paling, then Trouba. And sent out by the Ducks. No, actually not. Kept in by the Blues. Never mind. Far corner. Behind the net. Sent all the way around to the far corner. Blues, tough angle shot. No good. And it's out of the zone. And going back to pick it up is Broberg, who just took a hit. Far boards, now back to the near boards for Broberg. He skates it over the red into the O-zone. Pass right up the middle. Breakaway shot and a goal. We're tied at 1. Thomas from Broberg. Nice feed. Right up the middle. The defense just let Broberg thread the needle, and Thomas was unscathed. That's the first shot on goal for the Blues at 14:36. Yeah, Broberg with a phenomenal pass. And Thomas just beat Dostal glove side high. Ow. From Broberg and Pareko. And it's 1-1. 14 and a half remaining in the first. All right, Ducks pass it to Terry. He sends it up ahead. Gets away from Leo Carlson. Blues counter. Into the O-zone. Near circle. Slot shot and a save by Dostal. He hangs on at 14:06. Second shot on goal for the St. Louis Blues. And they tied it at 1. We'll get to the goal visualizers. Probably first commercial break. I bet on the Ducks to win. Probably a safe bet. All right. False start on the draw. Still waiting. Face-off won by the Blues. Blue line shot was blocked. Towards the net. Oh, somebody whiffed. And then the backhander got tipped into the netting, I think, above the glass in the corner. We're having thunderstorms, I think, tonight. Oh, they actually see the puck in the net near the glass. All right, that should be the under 14 media timeout. Excuse me. 1-1. Probably the Ducks. That I would think so. Forgot what the betting lines were. They're at home. They're the better team. They're in the playoffs as of now, and the Blues are out as of now. Blues had been playing really good since the Olympic break, though. They were like the best team in the league, but I think they have lost 2 straight. I think they got a point because they lost in overtime to the Kings, but I think they lost to the Kings and the Sharks on this road trip. But, you know, just my best, you know. Let's see. I forgot. The season series is tied 1-1. Anaheim won in St. Louis 4-1 back on December 1st. March 8th, so almost a month ago in Anaheim, St. Louis won 4-0. So, again, they have been playing much better since the Olympic break, since they returned. Oh, we need to do the visualizers. Paling, 25. He wins the faceoff, a pass, and then a blue line blast, and he must have tipped it in. I don't know why they say snap. He redirected it. Or they say slap. Okay. And then Thomas goal. There'll be a nice pass right here to Broberg off the boards. He skates it all the way in, threads the needle, and Thomas buried it. All right, we're back underway. Sorry, just want to get that out of there. And we have an icing call against the Ducks at 13:44. 1-1 is your score. Don't forget to vote in the poll in the chat. 9 votes, 78% going for the Ducks. Sounds like 8-1 then. Or no, maybe 8. No, 7-2. All right, into the near corner now behind the Anaheim net. Tipped and sent wide, though. And Lacombe passes. It's into the near boards. And Seneca couldn't get to it. Took a weird bounce. It was in the slot briefly. Ducks still had it. Now it's sent out by the Blues. And Lacombe digs it out of the far boards. Taken away. Blues towards the nice shot from the far circle. Good save by Dostal. Sent down the ice by the Ducks. No icing. Seneca hits Parayko. Pass ahead by the Blues. Skated in. Dvorsky sent it in, and Zellweger sends it behind the net. He missed Leo Carlson. John Carlson couldn't get it, but Terry sends it out. Picked up by, it's Kreider, right? Yeah, Kreider. And we got a whistle at 12:36. Shots are 4-3 now, St. Louis. Oh my gosh. Hofer tried to play it. It took a funny bounce and it went right through his legs and off the post. That's why it was in the slot. I was like, how did that puck take that weird bounce? And that's the answer. All right, face off. Scoring chances, they say 4-2 Blues, according to the Blues TV. All right, the Blues had to have been offsides, but I guess it's a delayed. Ducks take it out from behind their own net. Pass to the red line. Taken away. Dumped into the near corner by St. Louis. Terry with the puck for the Ducks. Sends it up ahead. Leo Carlson passed to the blue line. Dropped to the point. Shot. Blocked into the far circle. Well, maybe it was on target. They say 4-4 on the shots now. Blues the other way, and a pass gets tipped into the near corner. It looked like a 2-on-1, and puck did not want to settle for St. Louis. John Carlson sends it up the far boards, and the Blues will retreat. Both teams getting line changes. Pass ahead into the near circle, and Dostal actually plays it behind the net. Taken away. Blues get a shot, and a rebound is sent wide into the near corner. Wow. Ducks turning it over. They got to be ahead in turnovers or giveaways. And the Blues ahead in takeaways. Puck is not cleared. Kept in by Trouba. Sent behind the net towards the crease somehow, and a frozen puck. At 11:03, and we got some unpleasantries being exchanged. Nothing major, though. Yeah, dangerous clear attempt by Hofer. He's lucky he had time to get back in the net. And then the puck got deflected off a skate, I think, and then he froze it. Niederreiter passed it. I think that looked like Dostal made the poke check to keep that puck from getting passed through the crease to a wide open Blues player. All right, far circle face off. We get a false start. That was on Washi. He's facing Thomas. They kicked Washi from the draw. And face off won by Thomas. The Blues saucer it to neutral ice. And it's picked up, deflected, now the Ducks have it. Leo Carlson works it ahead. But I guess maybe offsides then on the Ducks. Not sure what that call was. Oops. Oh, shoot. I forgot to unmute for the goals. I was playing the horn and it was muted. Gosh darn it. Ah, I'm forgetful. All right, next goal and end of the period, we'll have the horn back. Sorry about that. Just didn't even realize it till now. Sent into the near corner and moved to the far corner for the Blues, but kept in. Shot, save, frozen puck, and pushing and shoving. Save again by Hofer, and then again pushing and shoving ensued. Shots are now 6-5 Anaheim. Looked like the Blues might have gotten away with a little slash there. Let's see, who's 77? Vetrano. Okay. All right, 10:34 to play. First period, 1-1 score. Face off in front of the Blues. Not sure why this draw is happening out of the zone. Sent in by St. Louis into the far corner because Hofer just froze it. All right, sent into the corner, now behind the net, and Zellweger sends it up. But not out. The Blues keep it in, but now the Ducks take it over again. Red line dump in. Chased into the near side. And pass to the red line. Taken away again by the Ducks this time. Granlund looking for somebody, but he gets knocked down by the Blues bench. It's at the neutral zone. Blues take it in. Pass to the near circle. Picked up in the corner, sent to the far corner. Dvorsky sent it behind the net, and delayed penalty, though. I think the Ducks just picked up a penalty at 9:42. Slashing? Killorn slashing, and we head to the under 10 media timeout. When we get back, the Blues will head to the power play. I think is that the first penalty? Yeah, that's the first penalty. Alrighty, 6-5 the shots. Anaheim 1-1 the score. Blues head to the power play. All right, in case you joined us late, in the only two games on the slate tonight, Flyers 4, Islanders 1. In the women's Final Four, South Carolina 62, UConn 48. I guess the coaches were arguing with each other after the game too, but geez Louise, sore loser. You lost by 14, Gino, what is it, Ariema. Your perfect season goes bye-bye. UCLA now up 20-17 on Texas. And that game is at halftime. But that's a low-scoring game. The other game was only 26. What was the other game? 26-24 at half. So, yeah, not much higher there. Oh, yeah, I was looking up Seneca. That's right, because of the announcers. What is this stuff? Oh. All right, back from break. Hope everybody's having a great Friday night. Hope you're enjoying the live stream. Blues on the power play. Broberg, Holloway, Thomas, Neighbors, Snuggerud are the power play unit 1. Looks like Trouba's out there, Granlund, and the Ducks cleared it down the length of the ice. Granlund, Washi, Trouba, and John Carlson on the PK for the Ducks. Thomas skates it, passes to Holloway. Snuggerud in the far corner, cross-ice pass to Neighbors. Neighbors near circle, pass to Thomas. Thomas down low. Snuggerud sends one, and it was too high or wide. Broberg keeps it in. Thomas near circle. Down low to Snuggerud, and pass goes off the far boards, picked up by Broberg. Holloway takes it back, sends it into the slot, and it's knocked into the near boards. Thomas sends it around, kept in by Holloway. Far corner Neighbors. Holloway far circle, shot. Goal! Well, that was a nonchalant reaction, but the Blues take the lead on the power play goal at 8:42. Shot from the far circle. I don't know if it was deflected. Try to get the replay here. They're giving it to Holloway. Yeah, not deflected. I think it may have hit the right post and gone in. Either that or maybe it tipped John Carlson. They're saying Holloway's 18th on the power play from Neighbors and Thomas, and the Blues take the 2-1 lead and thus concludes the power play. All right, at the neutral ice, Ducks turn it over, taken to the far side. Parayko sends it behind the net. Ducks take it up the near boards and send it down the length of the ice, but no icing as I think Killorn beat it out. There's Terry as well. Back to, is that Granlund? I couldn't tell who that was. Do they have a 14? Yes. Oh, shoot. Who is it? All right, Blues have the puck anyways. 14 is Hellison. Okay. Sent in by the Ducks, quickly played up the near boards and to the far corner on a pass. But now Trouba sends it up, and it's knocked off the near boards. Behind the net, McTavish with the hit. McTavish got knocked down. Behind the St. Louis net. Trouba trying to get to it. Trouba keeps it in. Pass to the far circle. Shot. Glove save. And held on by Joel Hofer at 7-11. 7-6 the shots. Anaheim now. Sabres can clinch a playoff spot tomorrow. Yeah, that's right. They had the chance against the Senators and didn't do it. Or they didn't also get the help. Oh, that one went 5-hole. Okay, that was not glove side on that power play goal. Again, who was that? That was Holloway. Dylan Holloway. All right, Blues in the near circle. Turn the puck over. Granlund now in the near boards. Ducks pass it to neutral ice. Picked up and dumped in by St. Louis, but it must have hit the netting. That was Bachvist. Or did it go into the crowd? They said it was tipped. All right, still, now it's 2-1 St. Louis. Next media timeout's under 6. All right, got some Blues fans in their jerseys in attendance and in hoodies. All right, false start on the faceoff, for the love of. Still waiting on this faceoff. It's by the Ducks bench in the far, just outside their defensive zone. Still waiting. Come on. Did the linesman drop the puck, or what are we doing? Now he's talking to Killorn. It's Killorn versus Thomas. Just drop it, man. Nobody cares. Blues have the puck. It's probably, I don't know. I know the Blues are ahead, but the Ducks are the better team. So, Ducks still have plenty of time to get back into this. But, you know, St. Louis has been playing very well since the Olympic break, though. Let me know in the comments or by voting in the poll in the chat. Or in the chat, let me know who you're rooting for or who you think will win. Face off, and Fowler takes it for the Blues. Pass tipped ahead, taken over the red line. Thomas pass off the far boards towards the net and knocked off his stride before they could put the backhander. Another shot, Fowler, that steered aside behind the net. And Thomas is there. Another centering pass deflected away from Fowler. A lot of deflections there. They're saying 10-3 on the Blues broadcast scoring chances. I don't know about that. Shots are 7-7. All right, Ducks send it in behind the St. Louis net. Blues in the far corner, kept in. Long shot was high. Ducks in the near boards trying to dig it out. It gets through to the far circle. Fowler sends it behind his own net for St. Louis. It's tipped into the near boards. Kept in by Washi. And who sent that? All right, taken away. Blues going the other way and dump it in from the red line off the stick of Dvorsky. Picked up by Zellweger and sent ahead. Taken away by the Blues. And they're at the neutral ice. And taken over the red. Pass, sent too far. Ducks control it behind their net. John Carlson sends it up. And it's all the way behind the St. Louis net. Near boards, take away by the Ducks, taken right back by the Blues. That's Broberg. Broberg to the far circle. It's tipped behind the Anaheim net. Kept in on the near side by Suter. At the point, Broberg sends it behind the net again, and Neighbors has it. Now it's lost in the far boards. The Ducks take it, and Terry dumps it in from the red line. Behind the net, played up the near boards. Pass to the red line. Suter shot was blocked into the far boards. And now the Ducks take the puck again. Ducks have it in the near boards. Paling centers it. It's put in the net, and it's 2-2. 3:59. Great pass from the right side boards. And a nice, easy tip in for the Ducks, and we're all square at 2-2. 3:59 to play in the first period. Oh, welcome from the Philippines, Tasio Dula. Thank you for tuning in. Just had Jeffrey Vial's third from Paling and Hellison. Earlier, Paling from McTavish and Zellweger. Those are the Ducks goals. Yeah, nothing, really nothing Hofer could do. Puck was in the back of the net by the time he could move from the near post to the far post. And no, I'm not a Blues fan. I'm a Kings fan. I have a lot of hockey hats. Shot from the far circle, glove save, held on by Dostal at 3:43. There should be the under 6 media timeout. So we don't have the Vial visualizer. We'll do the Holloway one for the Blues. All right, 2-2. Explosive first period here. 8-8 the shots. Well, thank you, and thank you for chatting. Sorry if I didn't say hello prior streams, but welcome. Okay, Holloway, but I appreciate the support. Thank you. Support. I can't enunciate. Okay, 81, Dylan Holloway. He gets it in the near the far circle. It's down low for Neighbors. Back to Holloway, and then he rips it. I think it may have gone 5-hole. I only saw one good look on the replay. And we haven't gotten the Vial one, but it was a pass from Paling, like in near the boards, near the near circle. He just sent it across, and Vial was easy. It was just an easy tap in one timer for him. Again, the only other hockey game tonight: Flyers 4, Islanders 1. Women's Final Four: South Carolina 62, Yukon 48. That has to be a huge upset. Still just about to start the second half. UCLA 20, Texas 17. All 4 1 seeds made it to the Final Four in the women's brackets. Men's Final Four tomorrow. Women's final game Sunday. Men's final game Monday. Hope the Ducks win in regular time. Yeah. I mean, it would, even if they gave up, right. It wouldn't be bad. The Blues are trailing quite a bit, so. All right, shot blocked by the Ducks. Another shot, glove save, Dostal. He hangs on. 3:35. Oh, man, I had too many chips tonight. I got to get water. Shouldn't have consumed so much sodium. All right. Face-off is in the near circle. It's Thomas versus... I can't see who the Duck player is. We're still waiting on this linesman. And a false start, and they kicked Washi out of the draw for the Ducks. Still waiting. Thomas wins the draw. Shot. Nice save by Dostal. Kept in by the Blues. It's in the near corner. Centering pass to the slot. Another good shot. A big rebound. Trouba couldn't get to it, though. Oh, he knocked somebody down for the Blues in the corner. No call. I mean, I guess it was a clean hit. I couldn't see it. Trouba sent one ahead. Killorn shot is blocked. Killorn behind the net into the near corner. Pass by, Granlund. It's in the far corner. Blues make a pass. And it's sent up by Holloway. Ducks had it again. Granlund lost the handle. Blues just got a change. Puck is in the far boards. Now the Blues send it into the near side. A blast is blocked by Leo Carlson of the Ducks. Sent out up the far boards by Moore. Blues having their own end. Ducks getting a line change. Dump in by the Blues behind the net. And far circle shot. Glove save held on by Dostal at 2:19. Shot off the stick of Kyrou. S8S redeemed St. Louis. Let's go Blues. Well, tonight I'll agree with you. As a Kings fan, I can't help but root against the Ducks. No offense to Duck fans. Dan, what's up? Hello. Yeah, Easter Bunny time. Good Friday observance or observation. Red line dump in by the Ducks. It's behind the net. Pass to the near boards. Saucer out for the Blues. Saucer pass out for the Blues. Picked up. Backhander into the zone. Picked up in the near corner. That is Vial. And a shot by Zellweger was off the far glass. That was a high shot. It must have been deflected. Pass to, darn it, Suter. He centers it. It gets through everybody and out to the neutral zone. Nobody home in the slot. Neighbors got it, but apparently the Blues, I'm guessing, were offside on the play at 1:31. Wow, that hit somebody in the helmet at neutral ice. Yeah, the only visualizer we didn't do was Vial. We can do them all at the intermission, though. Hello, Kieran Burns. Welcome. The Swamp Rabbits, yeah. Well, there's no hockey the next 2 Friday nights. I think I might dabble in some Major League Baseball off of Peacock just to have something. I'm going to be off this Wednesday. Pass to the slot, a shot, and the Blues take the 3-2 lead at 1:16. That was a bang-bang play. 5 goals in the opening period. I mean, that's just Duck hockey for you, though. High-scoring team. They give up a lot of goals, too. Jonathan Berggren, and that was a great feed by Suter. I'm surprised. Is there not going to be a second assist, though? Suter picked it up at the neutral ice and found Berggren in the slot. And great backhanded. Nobody on him. Nothing Dostal could do. He got beat blocker side high. Wow, 3-2. What a game so far, though. Dang. Hope your game isn't defense, because this is going to be a lot of offense apparently tonight. Watch it go scoreless in the second, and then we'll have another fiery third. A second fiery period in the third or something. All right, Seneca dumps it in from the red line. And it's behind the net. And not dug out yet for the Blues. Seneca sends it around to the far corner. Kept in by Anaheim. Battling for the puck. Seneca centers it. It went off a Killorn stick. They get it back to Seneca. 40 seconds remaining, first period. Shot was blocked into the far corner, or far boards. Now it's in the far corner for Killorn. Killorn sends it back to the blue line. Under 30 to play, first period. Shot saved on a deflection and sent out by the Blues. Picked up by the Ducks. They took a shot away from Anaheim. 13, according to TV. Oh, now it is 13-8. Why did I bother? All right, behind the net, Granlund passes. 2 seconds, far circle. That'll do it. That's the end of the first period. 3-2 St. Louis. A lot of offense. And we had even talented team. Yeah, the Blues, despite their record, have been playing very well since the return from the Olympic break. They did lose, in overtime to the Kings, and I think they lost to the Sharks. So they've had a rough West Coast road trip, but they're they gave the Kings all they could handle. They outplayed the Kings. I mean, not hard to outplay the Kings in LA, but you catch my drift. There we go. There's the countdown clock till the second period starts. Yeah, we need to do, well, let's just do them all 5 goals. Paling, I keep ramming the chair into that shelf and then stuff starts jumping off the shelf. All right, Paling had the first goal, his 11th from McTavish and Zellweger. Paling's 25. He'll win the faceoff in the far circle. Back to Zellweger, then McTavish with the shot, and Paling deflected it in. I don't know why they're calling it a slap shot. It was a deflection. Thomas, his 18th from Broberg and Parayko. There's a great pass from Broberg. All right, pass gets from Parayko off the boards. Broberg splits the defense and passes to a wide open Thomas, who buries it in the slot. Then Holloway, his 18th on the power play from Neighbors and Thomas in the near side. It goes around to the far boards. Holloway passes to Neighbors, gets it back, and then rips it. Not sure where it went. May have gone 5-hole or glove side. I couldn't really tell. Didn't see very good replays of it. And then Jeffrey Vielle tied it briefly at 2-2. So we had 5 goals in a matter of less than 17 minutes. Oof, this movie trailer's got some like strobe or flashing that's bothering me. Yeah, that was less than 17 minutes for all 5 goals. Let's see. Did we do the Vielle? No, I don't remember. All right. Zellweger has the puck. Pass now to Paling, and Paling centers it perfectly, and Vielle just tips it in. Easy goal. Stenberg was a little late trying to defend Vielle. And now Berggren at 1844 from Suter, giving the Blues the 3-2 lead. Leo Carlson turned it over, or I don't know. Taken by centered to Berggren and easily buried the shot. Blocker side high past Dostal. Again, Suter made the play at neutral ice. All right. 13-8 are the shots. 3-2 the score. Both favors St. Louis. 15-9 face-offs for the Blues. 1 of 1 on the power play, St. Louis. No penalties on St. Louis, so no power plays for Anaheim. 8-7 hits for the Ducks. 5-3 block shots, Ducks. Giveaways are actually even, 6-6. Takeaways actually 2-1 Ducks. Again, the season series, this is the third and final game. We're tied 1-1. All right, UCLA 22, Texas 19. Each team with a basket, or each team with 2 points. 7:19 to go in the third. 2 points in the second half. All right, let's take a look at what's coming up. Yeah, I don't know if my son is playing basketball. I'm not basketball, not hockey either. Baseball tomorrow. Let's see. We've got. Don't forget to vote in the poll. Yeah, we have 21 votes, 62% for the Ducks, 38% for St. Louis. Hope you're enjoying the live stream. If so, please hit the thumbs up, like button on the video. Consider hitting that subscribe button to the channel as well. Doing one or both does help with getting the channel to be recommended to other potential viewers. This will help me grow the channel, and I thank you all for your support. If you happen to have a Twitch account, please give Sinbin Stream a follow on that platform as well. It's just the same it's a co-stream of this, what you're seeing on YouTube, but the difference is it's faster, less delay, and as of now, commercial free. So just putting the score in both chats. What happened? End first. All right, there we go. All right. And let's go. Anaheim Ducks says J Longo 900. All right. No worries. Everybody's welcome. Doesn't matter who you're rooting for. I'm a Kings fan. I'm in the Chicago area. I'm pulling for Buffalo as well. Then I'd say Montreal, probably Edmonton. In the East, as long as, well, I think Florida's about to be eliminated, and as long as the Capitals don't squeak in, and that's solely because of Tom Wilson. I like Ovechkin. I'll be happy. The Lightning are probably the team I'm rooting for the least in the Eastern Conference. In the West, don't want the Golden Knights. I don't really like the Ducks, especially with Gudis now. Oh yeah, we need to do the scratches from the lineup, and yeah, I'd rather not the Avs or the Stars win, but you know, there's less teams. Okay, so for the Ducks, they have scratched Gudis, Harkins, Johnston, Gauthier, and Minchukov. So Husso's backing up Dostal, Bennington backing up Hofer for St. Louis. St. Louis has scratched Holl, Holl. I think, yeah, he got hurt last against the Kings. Toropchenko, maybe same thing. Finley, Matthew Kessel, and Pavel Buchnevich. There's a Buchnevich. I would keep looking this one up. Yeah, the 3 of those 5, I think, played against the Kings. All right, any names I need to look up the spelling? Broberg, Fowler, or pronunciation guide. Thomas, Nagarud, Suter, Mayu, Kairu, Walker, Stenberg, Bergeron, Lindstein, Dvorsky, Pareko, Neighbors, Sundquist, Tucker, Holloway, Druin, I guess. Jonathan Druin. For the Ducks, Lacombe, Moore, Hellison, Killorn, Terry, Kreider, McTavish, Paling, Vial, Goucher. Let me look that one up. No, which Goucher is this? Nathan? Oh, it's Gaucher. Okay, I got to remember that one. Gaucher. I'm going to have a trouble. Probably won't remember that. Gaucher, Washi, Seneca, Zellweger, Granlund, Trouba, Carlson, Vetrano, Carlson. Okay, we're good. Got to remember Gaucher, though. All right, coming up. Let's see. Tomorrow, yeah, I don't know if they play their games, I will. If they're not rained out, I'm not going to be able to do either of these games. I was considering doing Wild Senators or Avs Stars. My 11-year-old son's baseball games are at 11-1, I think. And it's like a half hour away. So, yeah, if they play, there's no chance. So, but we'll at least do. I don't have the Canadians tomorrow. We'll do Sabres Capitals because Canadians Devils is on NHL Network. Excuse me. Then the 9 o'clock game, we'll do, Golden Knights Oilers. Although Predators Sharks is pretty important too, though. Sunday, I think I'll just enjoy time with my wife. We'll just do the night games. Devils, Canadians. I don't really want to do Panthers, Penguins. That's the only game I could add. Panthers, Canadians, then we'll do Blues, Avs. Again, the Blues in 2 nights. 8:45 puck drop, or maybe later. It's the second game on ESPN, but normally I try to avoid that. Monday, there's only 2 games I can do. My older son, who's 16, has baseball. So we're just going to do Predators Kings. Unfortunately, I don't get Lightning Sabres. Would love to do it, but it's on NHL Network. Tuesday, I don't think no baseball game that day. So we'll have Panthers Canadians at 6 Central and Predators Ducks. Yeah, instead of Golden Knights Canucks, and I'm not going to do a second game at 8:45 if I can avoid it. It's only when it's the last game of the night that I try to do those. Wednesday, I would only get Capitals Maple Leafs, and my son has a game that night, so I'm just going to take the night off. Again, maybe if it gets rained out, I'll pick that one game up. I think next Thursday. Yeah, we should be able to do a doubleheader next Thursday. Blue Jackets Sabres or Lightning Canadians? I guess we'll do Blue Jackets Sabres. That's a tough call. Lightning games don't do well. Though Canadians games do, but and then we'll have to figure out the late game. I don't really want to do Canucks Kings at 9:30. Don't really want to do a Kraken game. I guess we could do Sharks Ducks next Thursday. Next Friday, no game, so we'll do the baseball game off of Peacock at like 7:15 that night. And we'll figure out next Saturday when we get to it. All right, I'm going to take a break and get some more water, and we'll be back. 28-21 UCLA, 2:59 to play in the third, in the women's other Final Four game. Alan, what's up? Yeah, no, it's all right. Yeah, when I got stuff to do, I don't know, Sunday I just didn't want to do that game. And yeah, I got to go try to see my son's baseball when I can. We've had such terrible weather. My son plays JV baseball in high school, and they've had one game not rained out. I got to see that. I think he was like 3 or 4 for 5. But thanks, Alan. And hey, thanks, Blue Jay. What's up? Thank you for being here as well. Appreciate you. All right, I got to go get more water. A little bit of time, I think, to put in a tune here real quick. And let me get out of the game and back in, too, before I forget. All right, I'll be right back. Thanks, everybody. All right, we are back. Let me lose the music. Ugh. Come on. All right, let me take down the schedule. Yeah, sorry. No, I'm not doing the Predators tomorrow. Next Predators game will be Monday night and Tuesday night, though. I did put that in the chat. Isildur, what's up? You hate the Ducks, are prepared to get flocked. Well, they're so far down a goal. All right, Blues in white, left to right. Ducks in orange, going right to left. It's in the far corner, Blues zone, or defensive zone, and the Ducks keep it in. All my Isles are taken on water. Oh, yeah, I saw that score. Brutal. Who was it again? Yeah, the Flyers, 4-1. Jeepers. Flyers still technically in it, I guess. All right, finally Broberg gets it to neutralize, and the Blues dump it in. As the Ducks apparently picked up 2 shots, or they edited those shots in for the first period. We'll see. Did I screw up the clock? No, it's synced. All right, a whole lot of nothing now going on, but the Ducks have it in their own zone. Pass to the blue line, tipped into the far corner. Sent to the near corner. That's for Granlund. He takes it behind the net. Far circle to the blue line. Ducks shot, save, and held on by Hofer at 18:50. Yeah, we'll have to take I forgot. We should have looked at the standings. I mean, not much got updated, but, that loss by the Islanders hurts them. Going to be lots of movement, especially Saturday and a little bit Sunday. Shot was behind the net into the near corner. Puck is in the far boards. Blues still can't get it out. Now they have it, sent it off the near boards, and now Parayko has it in his own zone. Parayko's out there with Lindstein. Lindstein sends it ahead. Pass gets away off the stick of Kyrou, and the Ducks' Killorn sends it in. Hofer nearly out of that little trapezoid. I don't know what the whistle was for. He can't touch the puck in the corners. I don't know what this call is at 18:14. I'm not exactly sure what the whistle was for. Yeah, 2 games tomorrow. 6 and 9. Whoops, wrong one. Sabres, so Buffalo, Washington, and Vegas Oilers. 2 games Sunday, and then just the Predators Kings Monday, and then a doubleheader Tuesday. And the Predators, again, will be on Monday and Tuesday. We'll keep an eye on the other scores. Probably could have done that game, though. That's a big game in the wild card standings if I had done the Predators. But they just don't draw as well. Not that the Knights or Oilers do that great either, though. But the Sharks and Predators don't. All right, sent behind the net and up the near boards. Sent in by the Blues. Far enough for St. Louis icing. All right. Let's go, Ducks. Not for me, though. Sorry. Not a huge Blues fan by any stretch. All right, in the near boards. As a former Blackhawk fan with a long memory. Sent into the near corner, behind the net. Fowler with the puck, and the Blues send it to the red line. It's deflected into the far boards. And controlled by the Ducks as St. Louis gets a line change. Picked up by Zellweger and dumped in from the red line. Far corner. Sent out, though, by the Blues. Over the red line. 2-on-1 if they hurry. Far circle shot. Big rebound given up by Dostal. Rebound sent in. They passed it to the near side. Wide open. I mean, nobody was on the Suter for a good, solid few seconds there. And the Blues take a 4-2 lead on the Ducks. 15-11 are the shots. This should be Suter. He just got left wide open. Tremendous effort by Neighbors to get this puck on net. Off the rebound, Tucker made a fabulous pass to Suter. And really nothing Dostal could do. These aren't his fault. In fact, twice his defense could have helped him out. Moore missed the puck twice. He had one time it went through his legs or between his legs, and the other time he missed it with his stick. He could have easily deflected that pass to Suter away and just did not get on it. So long way to go, but Blues up 4-2. St. Louis sends it out of their own zone. Skated right up the middle. Drop pass. Shot. Saved by Dostal. That was a pretty good save. And we get pushing and shoving. This time a little more forceful. I think we do have a penalty being called. I saw one of the refs with his arm in the air. Now I don't know if... Hold on. Let's listen.
In the first period, to come right down the gauntlet, heads on. Robert Thomas gets a breakaway. I think Joel Quenneville, if they're going to make a goaltender change, it would be maybe to change momentum. That's it. Anaheim 74, 2 minutes for a cross check. St. Louis 23, 2 minutes for roughing.
All right, coincidental minors, a roughing and a cross check. So we have 4-on-4. I missed who they called for St. Louis. Oh, John Carlson and Mayu. So I think it was after the whistle or after the save. I don't think they're just trying to get both teams to calm down. I don't know why they have it as a Anaheim power play, though. They didn't announce a 4-minute. Thomas, Fowler, Holloway, and Broberg for the Blues. Seneca, Granlund, Lacombe, and Trouba. Hey, CBK, welcome. Sorry, guys. I'll catch up on the chat when I can. We got a false start on the... face-off. Near circle in the Ducks zone. That's Lacombe with the puck. Gives it to Seneca. He takes it up the far boards. Over the blue. Over the red. Into the O-zone. Right up the middle. Puck is just sent behind the net by Thomas. Picked up by Broberg. He makes a pass to Fowler. Fowler gets it out to the neutral ice, but can't hang on to it. Trouba pass. Near boards. Picked up by Lacombe. Trouba gets it taken away, but Lacombe picks it up, and it's right by the benches. Granlund has it for the Ducks. Granlund passes to Lacombe. Lacombe behind his own net. Now brings it up. Pass gets away. Fowler with the pass. Broberg takes it over the red line for the Blues. Near circle into the near boards. Picked up by Leo Carlson. He sent it up. Parayko for the Blues sends it to Kyrou. Dump into the far corner. Terry gets it for the Ducks. Still got 40 seconds to go in this 4-on-4. Taken away by Kyrou from Leo Carlson, and Kyrou skates it out to the neutral ice. And a drop pass to Lindstein. Now to Druin. Druin takes it up. Snuggerud with a good pass, and Parayko centers it. I think we got another Duck penalty coming up. And the Blues send it down, and they had already pulled the goalie. Luckily, it was into the far corner. It wasn't close to an own goal, but you can see how that would happen. So 5-on-4 until the puck is controlled by the Ducks. And finally, the Ducks touch it. At 14:09, we have a Anaheim penalty coming up.
On their second power play of the hockey game.
Anaheim 19, 2 minutes for a slash.
Terry with the slash, and the Blues head to the power play. Yeah, tomorrow's a big night. Preds Sharks, yep. Oh, go Ducks. End Duck loss again. Suter, I liked him in Vancouver. No, we don't. Yeah, thanks, CBK. Appreciate it. Yeah, thank you. I hope you're having a good Friday as well. Less of a flock in the penalty box. All right, Blues power play. Broberg to Holloway. Thomas centered slot shot blocked straight up in the air. Holloway to nope, they lost it. Ducks get it to neutral ice. Taken up near circle. Paling with a shot. Saved by Joel Hofer. He tried to pass it, but he had held on to it too long at 13:48. Nice rush there, shorthanded by Anaheim. That's got to be 17-12, right? Yeah. Whoops, I forgot to put the delay ads on. Sorry if you guys got an ad just now. I just hit the button to delay them. All right. Near circle face-off, 140 for St. Louis's power play. Broberg behind his own net. Drop pass to Holloway. Holloway skates it over the blue, over the red, into the O-zone. Snuggerud in the corner, sends it around. 13:30 to play in the second, and the Ducks clear it down the length of the ice. Blues are 1-for-1 on the power play with 2 shots. They got a goal on their first, towards the net. Oh, man. Somebody went flying for the Blues and is slow to get up as he skated through the crease. 1 minute to go on the power play. The Ducks get it to the near side. Paling again sends one through the crease into the far boards. Neighbors pass to Holloway. Tipped away. Paling centers it. Kept in by the Ducks. And not Granlund. Trouba's pass got away. And by the Blues bench. Picked up again by the Ducks. No, that's not Seneca. Washi with the puck. Washi in the far corner. Mayu trying to dig it out. 25 seconds on the Blues power play. Ducks doing well on the PK so far. Blues pass to the near side. Looking. Cross-ice pass to... Oh, man. Blanking on names again. Pass to the near side. Near circle. Into the slot. Ducks tried to clear it, could not. Back to 5-on-5, off the far boards in the far corner. Terry back out there. Terry gets the pass, passes to the center. Zellweger sends one towards the net. Granlund took it behind the net. A shot from a tough angle, big rebound. It's loose in the crease and a blocked shot by the Blues. Wow, Ducks had a bunch of chances there. Zellweger gets the pass. Blues going for a line change quickly. Ducks far circle. And luckily, Lindstein was back for the Blues. Now the Ducks, well, did that get deflected or did that just go into the crowd at 11:30? Have we had the under 14 timeout? I don't think so. 11:30 to go. We hit the under 14 timeout. Let me catch up on the chat, and then we'll do the Suter goal visualizer. Another Let's Go Ducks ads are okay. Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, they're side by side, but I try to turn them off while I'm actually talking. Try to minimize the damage. I do them at commercial breaks and the intermissions. Try not to do them elsewhere. All right, Pius Suter from Tucker and Neighbors. So Suter is right up the middle. He's at the center ice. Now he's into the far circle. Neighbors shot and a great pass. Unbelievable pass. I mean, Neighbors did a great job to get that, to push that into the O-zone. And then Tucker off the rebound just found Suter wide open. Like nobody was near Suter, and that's why it's 4-2. All right, final four. We head to the fourth quarter. There's only 8.5 to go in a low-scoring game. UCLA 38, Texas 28. Winner takes on South Carolina, who stunned UConn and ended their undefeated season 62-48. Yeah, ran away in the fourth. So it must have been what? 3-point lead through 3, I think. Let's see, 24-44, 26-39. Or was it 5? 5 then. Yeah. All right, returning from a break. Oh, don't forget to vote in the poll in the chat. We got 32 votes, 59% for the Ducks. All right, back underway. In the near corner, Ducks trying to dig it out. Kreider is there. So is John Carlson. Terry's shot off the glove of Hofer into the far corner. And I guess it got tipped. Or do we have a penalty? We might have a penalty at 11:10. Let's listen. Bachvist.
Right as Troy Terry goes to release this shot. We'll take a look at it.
No, Sundquist. Sorry, wrong team.
Corner with it. Looked like he exposed himself. Gets to the middle. You're going to see it right here. Watch second come down. Clamp. Yep, right on that bottom hand there.
What?
Eventually makes the save. A very similar slash to what we saw that Troy Terry took on Colton Rick.
All right, Ducks power play. You heard it. Blues to the PK. Parayko, Suter, Fowler. I can't see. The name tags are blocking each other. Stenberg. That's the PK unit for the Blues. 29th in the NHL, 75.2%. John Carlson out there. Terry out there. Pass to Granlund, and it's cleared down the length of the ice, though, by the Blues. John Carlson picks it up behind the net. And a drop pass picked up by Leo Carlson. Pass to Terry. Near side for Kreider. Down low for Leo. Leo sends a pass to the far side. Granlund shot high or wide. Kept in by John Carlson. Kreider trying to dig it out. Blues clear it down the length of the ice. Excuse me. All right. Behind the net, picked up by John Carlson. Drop pass to Leo Carlson. He lost the puck. And Kreider has it. Kreider to Terry. They're still in their own zone. Under a minute on this power play for Anaheim. 10 minutes to play in the second, so we're halfway through the game, and the Blues clear it down the length of the ice. All right, picked up Granlund over the red, up the middle, to the far circle. Granlund to the blue line. Lacombe to the, nope, tipped and taken out by the Blues to the red line. Pass to the far circle towards the slot. A shot high or wide into the near boards. But Toronto trying to dig it out. Lacombe is there. As Suter trying to harass them both. Lacombe skates it in. Far boards for McTavish. So power play unit 2 out there. Killorn now. 4 seconds. Seneca, far circle. McTavish shot wide. And we are back to 5-on-5 as Sundqvist joins the action. Or rejoins the action. Lacombe tipped into the near corner. Seneca behind the net. Lost it. And Sundqvist, it's sent ahead. And now the Ducks pass to Lacombe. 8:45 to play for second period. Oop, got to update the shots. Couple of Ducks shots. Neutral zone dump in by Sundqvist. Taken behind the net by Zellweger of the Ducks behind the Anaheim net. Pass tipped ahead. Offside's got to be on Anaheim. Yeah, they were way offside. 8:20. That should be the under 10 media timeout. It's 4-2 Blues. All right, let's take a look at the women's. UCLA 40, Texas 30, 6:39 to play in the fourth. Yeah, both games pretty low scoring. Nobody's had more than 20 points in a period yet tonight. Just South Carolina, the 120-point period. Nothing else above 18, and that's what they had in the fourth quarter. Again, if you missed it, Flyers 4, Islanders 1. Next Friday, actually the next 2 Fridays, there's no NHL, so I think I'll try to do some Major League Baseball off of Peacock. Once I'll get you those games later. So if you like baseball, we will sprinkle in a little bit of baseball, but it's never going to preempt hockey or WNBA for that matter. NHL or WNBA. But we might be able to do some here and there when I think I'd rather do baseball than the UFL. Maybe I'll look into the UFL again. It was all right last year, but thing with baseball is I fear rain delays and extra innings though. But I guess we won't do any super late games for that reason. All right, back from commercial. I swear I made sure we weren't behind. Yeah, 8:14. I don't know. Maybe I had the wrong time. All right, dumped in by the Ducks behind the net. Picked up by the Blues. Far boards over the blue line, over the red, up the middle. Shot, save, big rebound sent into the near boards. Sent out by the Ducks. Neutral ice now. The Blues have it in their own zone. Send it up the near boards, and it's dumped in again. They call that icing? Okay. Well, icing on St. Louis. Thought he carried the red. All right. I think they're trying to make sure the Blues have the players that were out there when they iced it. Face off in the near circle in the Blues defensive zone. Granlund won the draw. Seneca sends one way wide. Granlund back to Seneca. Seneca blast deflected right outside the crease. Finally frozen by Hofer. And we got pushing and shoving. Lacombe getting into it with Tucker, I think. 7:30 to play in the second period. Oh, okay. Seneca was trying to pass it to Trouba. I don't think that was a shot. And then the next one got deflected, and it's off a few sticks. Finally, Hofer was able to freeze it before Lacombe could get there, and Tucker was pushing him away from the crease. Granlund, nope, false start. They kick out Sundqvist from the draw, so Who stepped in for St. Louis? All right, face off. Blues finally get it. Saucer pass up the near boards. Lacombe passes, though, for the Ducks. They carry it in, near circle towards the net. Seneca lost the handle, and it's sent up the far boards and out by the Blues. Right in front of their bench. Lacombe picks it up, far circle. Pass to Killorn. Killorn pass to the near side. Lacombe with the puck. Tough angle shot. Frozen to the side of the net there at 6:59. More pushing and shoving with Lacombe. I don't think Lacombe usually mixes it up like this. It's usually Trouba and, of course, Gudis. But Gudis is scratched tonight. Playoff droughts. 14 seasons for the Sabres, 9 for the Red Wings, 7 for the Ducks, 6 for the Sharks. Those are the top 4 longest streaks. None of those top 4 since, prior to 2020. All right, face off. Ducks. Terry had it briefly. Shot from the far side. Rebound. Blues couldn't get it out. Leo Carlson sends it behind the St. Louis net. Terry trying to center it. Kreider may have gotten one on net. Puck is frozen and more pushing and shoving. Mayu, Suter. For the Ducks, probably Kreider at 6:42. Shots are... Oh, I forgot. I got to add a shot for the Ducks. Forgot about that. Yeah, it was Kreider and Sundqvist, I guess. Alrighty. Kreider's still out there. Who's taking the draw, though? Face off. Leo Carlson. We get a false frickin' start, though. Come on. Kreider steps in. They must have kicked Leo Carlson out of the draw. Just drop the puck, man. Now he's talking to Kreider. Come on. Face off one. Oh, come on. This is what, the third or this might be the fourth attempt here. We had a false start. Then he warned Kreider. Then another one won by Suter. Now Suter wins it again. It feels like the fourth attempt. Jeez Louise. Oh, sorry. I guess I fell asleep on the clock. Sorry about that. Because we are closer to 4 minutes now. Yeah, my bad. I must have not started the clock. 4 minutes remaining in the second period. Dumped in by the Blues, and the Ducks, turned it over. Shot from the far circle, saved by Dostal. And the Blues couldn't get to the rebound. It's off the near boards to the neutral ice. Picked up by Leo Carlson. A shot, glove save, and ends up freezing it. Joel Hofer for the Blues. All right, 3:35. That's the under 6 media timeout. Still 4-2. St. Louis late here in the second. All right, let me catch up. Yeah, we'll have to. Ducks will be strong. Yeah. No, I know the Ducks are a good comeback team. No doubt about it. And again, I don't know. The Blues announcers were talking like they should pull Dostal. I mean, not because of him, but just to wake the team up. But yeah, again, it's not Dostal's fault. Some bad defense, I'd say by the Ducks. All right, let's check in. UCLA up 8, 45-37. 3:35 in the 4th. Again, the other final, Flyers 4, Islanders 1. Tippett, Bump, Michkov, Sanheim on the goals for the Flyers, and Peugeot for the Isles. So it was 1-1. Whoa, what? Oh no, I went the wrong way. I forget. Yeah. No, it was 3-0. What was it? 1, 2. It was 2-0 after 1. 3-1 after 2, and then they got a not halfway through. Yeah, I hope you feel better soon. Sorry, Gracie. It's been raining like crazy here. It's ridiculous. It's been like rain all week. It's annoying. Did get out for a walk today, though. There was a break, but it was still windy, but it was at least warm, like 60s, I think. Oh, got to update the shots. Pardon me. 19-16 Blues. 4-2 the score. Face off in the near circle. We got the behind the net cam. Tipped into the near corner. Paling. To neutralize. My gosh, could we switch? It was all the way down to Dostal before they switched. Pass to the near side. John Carlson sent it ahead. Far circle, lost the handle. Opportunity missed for the Ducks. Skated into to the near circle. Blues leave it behind the net, and it's picked up by John Carlson and sent out. And it's Blues puck in their own zone. Pass and into the near corner. Blues send it behind the net. John Carlson, another pass to the neutral ice, and the Blues control. Looks like the Ducks trying to get a couple changes, though. Pass to the far circle into the far corner. And sent behind the net for the Ducks. Now a long pass. Seneca off the far boards. Terry trying to get to it. Oh, might have been Killorn. Trouba sends it back. Ducks got a couple changes. Seneca skates it in between 4 Blues and loses it. And he went down. I don't know if he got high sticked and they missed it or what. Sent into the near boards. Pass up ahead. Misplayed by the Ducks and picked up for the Blues and sent in. Dostal behind the net. Plays it off the glass. Kept in by the Blues, and then that shot or pass was deflected into the netting above the glass. Now what did I do? Okay, I was not wrong. St. Louis TV was wrong on the time. We're at 4:02. All right, I'm going to go to the Ducks coverage. I don't know what is going on with the Blues coverage. I was like, how could I have been 2.5 minutes behind? I wasn't. They effed up their clock. That's what happened. All right. Gosh darn it. So now we're at like 4:02. Yeah, with the phase. All right, we're sticking on the Ducks. I don't know what's going on with the Blues tonight. False start on the draw in the near circle. Another false start. And they kicked out Blues player from the draw. It's Paling for the Ducks. In steps is it Walker, maybe? I can't see the number. Under 4 minutes to go now. Yeah, I don't know what the heck the Blues broadcast did. All right, behind the net. Blues can't get it out of their own zone, though. Ducks keeping it at the blue line. Long shot. Hofer's save and hangs on at 3:39. Gauthier on the shot? It must have been, I think. No, Gauthier's a scratch tonight. No, it wasn't Gauthier. Maybe it was Zellweger. Yeah, a defenseman. Oh, it's Gaucher, or however you say that guy's name. 41 was the shot. All right. I looked it up and I already forgot how to say it. I think it's Gaucher. Far circle face-off, Blues. Fowler sends it behind his own net. 3:33 in the second. Kept in by Zellweger. Pass. Slot. Oh, wow. That one went high or wide. Right behind the net. Ducks missed a chance there to get back within one. Pass to the far side. Sent towards the net. Glove saved Dostal at 3:17 and pushing and shoving. Leo Carlson and Suter involved. Gaucher, that's right. Gaucher. Emphasis on the go. Gaucher. Yeah, Terry didn't miss by much. Pretty good opportunity missed out on by the Ducks. 3:17 to go in the second. Slow line changes on this. Face off in the far circle for the Ducks and a false start. They just kicked out Paling, I think. McTavish steps in for the Ducks. And they immediately kick out a Blue player. I mean, come on. We've actually had decent luck with the linesmen lately, but even the Duck player was shaking his head. Maybe it was for a missed shot, though. All right, finally we're underway. The Blues control the draw. Far circle, near circle. Shot and a goal from the near circle. Parayko at 3:10, and the Blues suddenly lead 5-2. Wow. Did not see this coming. Neither did Dostal. Not again, really not his fault. I mean, I got beat glove side high to the near post. I mean, maybe you'd think of that more of a kind of got screened by Zellweger. He just missed it. I don't know. Maybe you like to think think the goalie should make that save. I guess so. It's a very hard and fast shot though by Parayko. Man, I am very impressed by Parayko though. 2 goals on the season. Dvorsky and Kyrou on the assist. He just moves the puck well. He's always there. Plays solid defense. I mean, you need guys like that. Sent up the near boards by the Blues. Sorry, I'll try to check the chat in a little bit. Off the far boards, and now the Blues send it out. Skated up by Sundqvist. Blues keep it at the blue line. It goes to the far circle. Centering pass deflected. Lacombe has it. Lacombe skates it out to the red line. A pass to, I think, Killorn. Sent around behind the net. No, that's not Killorn. Their fonts on their 7s are so weird. That was Vetrano. I got to remember that. All right, Blues send it to the near boards and up the ice. Picked up far near circle. John Carlson takes it behind the net. Skates it up the the far boards and passes to the near side. Kept in by Seneca, right up the middle, towards the net. Shot, save, and Hofer freezes it at 1:59. Pretty good shot. Or pretty good opportunity by Seneca of the Ducks. Yeah, good save. Hofer just barely got it with the glove and then froze it. 1:59 to play, second period. All right, 5-2 St. Louis. Still got 1:59 in the second and the whole 20 minutes of the third to play. So don't count the Ducks out just yet. 6-2 would be another matter though. That might be game, set, match. Face off. And kept in by the Ducks. Sent behind the St. Louis net. Far corner. Ducks get it back. Blue line keeper. Towards the net. Believe Hofer got a stick on it, and it goes into the netting above the glass. All right, I should try to catch up on these a little bit. Oh, sorry that your family's sick, Gracie. Well, good luck to the whole family getting healthy. Ducks plus 1.5 says slap and diff. Period 3 should be great. Yep. I have no idea. Cover for the Ducks more than 2 goals? That's going to be a tough order now. Down 5-2. They'll be lucky to get 4 more goals to win 6-5. 1:39 to play, a frozen puck. Yeah, sorry. Not now. Right, exactly. Okay, now I understand what you're talking about. Gotcha. Yeah. All right. Far circle. I haven't seen a lot of Blues games, but Parayko has just stood out to me. Too bad Buffalo couldn't convince him to come to Buffalo, or the Sabres couldn't. All right, shot by John Carlson was tipped into the netting above the glass. Another whistle, 125. Hellison out there for the Ducks. 125 to play. Looks like who just came off the ice? Is Walker heading off? Yeah, Walker's heading off. Yeah, there we go. NHL.com is like slow to update. Usually they're, so far ahead. Oh my goodness. Already a false start on Leo Carlson. Oh my gosh, we got it. The draw, finally. Taken by Hellison, sent to the near corner. Hellison now looking. I think it's Hellison. Can't tell that the numbers are hard to read. Blues cannot get it out. Now it's skated out by Broberg to the red line, and he dumps it in. Ducks pass it. Blues getting a line change. Pass deflected. Leo Carlson to the far circle. Turns it back to the blue line. Taken to the near circle. Shot by Lacombe was wide or high. And tough angle shot blocked. And it's up the near boards. And now taken up by the Blues with 33 seconds to go. It's sent into the far corner. And the Ducks just get it out. Blues finishing up a line change. Ducks pass to Trouba. Trouba knocks it in. Ducks getting a line change. We're under 20 seconds to go in the second period. Dump in by the Blues. Dostal sends it to the far corner. Blues keep it in. Far circle to the slot. A shot saved by Dostal. Rebound sent out. Wow. That is the end of the second period, and the Blues take a commanding 5-2 lead. But yeah, we've seen 4-goal leads in the third get blown, but so there's definitely a shot at a 3-goal game. 3-goal lead. I can't even formulate a sentence anymore. 3-goal lead getting blown in the third. Chance, what's up? Hello. Thanks for being here. St. Louis lucked into another great player being bold. Broberg, Holloway. They have 3 players for sure. Yeah. Ow. Hofer's a pretty good goalie, I think, too. Maybe, I don't know. I think they're just about done with Binnington, at least at the price, but we'll see. All right, I think we owe how many? Well, let's just do the 2 second period goal visualizers again. I may have done the Suter one, but we'll redo it. Just got to move my knee where it should be for this desk. All right. Suter's goal, his 13th from Tucker and Neighbors. So Suter's heading up the middle. He's at the red line. Great play by Neighbors to get the shot, and off the rebound, Tucker finds Suter wide open in the slot. Low slot. And just banged it home. Nothing Dostal could do. And then Parayko beat Dostal glove side high. It's a face-off in the far circle. Parayko's at the blue line. Pass to the far circle. Parayko rips it from the near circle and beats Dostal glove side high. All right, 22-19 shots on goal through 2, and 5-2 the score. Yeah, Hofer. Well, I mean, again, I haven't seen too many Blues games, but yeah, I think Hofer's all right. St. Louis, great work. Yeah, crisp passes. I mean, yes, Dostal has given up 5 goals, but maybe the last one was his fault. He may have gotten a glove save on it, but most of these other ones, I can't think of another one that could have maybe been his fault. Yes, we need to take a look at the standings. All right, before all that, though, let me put the score into the chat for reference later. Blues 5, Ducks 2, end second. Please, if you're enjoying this live stream, do me a favor, hit the like button on the video and consider hitting that subscribe button to the channel. Doing one or both does help with getting the channel recommended to other potential viewers. This will help me grow the channel, and I thank you all for your support. If you happen to have a Twitch account, please give me a follow there as well. It's just a co-stream of what you're hearing and seeing here. But the difference is it's faster. There's literally like a 4-second lag or delay. It's very quick, much quicker than YouTube. And as of now, it's ad-free. So that's the difference. Oh, I guess Chris Pronger wrote a book, so they're talking to him on the Blues. Oh, nope, sorry. I had to switch to the Ducks. Forgot. The Blues screwed me up on that time, like 6 or 4 minutes to go, or they went from 6 to 4 minutes. Oh, yeah. Don't forget to vote in the poll in the chat. I know it's harder to find now. On my desktop, it's all the way at the bottom, and you got to click on it to pop it up. 44 votes. 52% for the Ducks, 48% for St. Louis. I'm going to have to get water soon. All right, we were going through the numbers real quick, and I'll put up my schedule for the next 5 days. Wednesday is going to be an off day. There's a game at 6:30, but my son plays at 4:30, so I wouldn't get back in time. The other 2 games, I think, are on TNT and True TV. I mean, they could. They got to stop St. Louis from scoring first. It's possible. Is it likely? No. But there's still a possibility. They're good. They're a great third period team from what I remember. And 3-goal leads are no guarantee. And we've seen, I think I've seen, maybe not personally seen the game, but observed, at least in the scoreboard, that 2 4-goal leads were blown this year. But it happens. 3 is not unheard of, but don't take my word for it as gambling advice, though. Whoever's asking if they're going to cover the 1.5, though, that ain't happening. If they get 4 goals and win 6-5, or get 3 goals and then win it beyond regulation, that's probably their best bet. Okay, where were we? Oh, that's right. 28-21 St. Louis on the faceoffs. 1 of 2 on the power play Blues. 0 for 1 Ducks. 14-12 hits Ducks. Block shots 8-6 Blues. Giveaways 12-9 Ducks. 5-4 takeaways Blues. And the season this is the third and final game in the season series. Series is tied 1-1. Again, if you missed it, Flyers 4, Islanders 1. That was the only other game in the NHL tonight. And the championship game for Sunday is set. UCLA facing South Carolina. All 4 1 seeds made it to the Final Four. And UCLA hangs on and wins 51-44 over Texas. The championship game is at 2:30 on ABC. Yeah, I'm only gonna do hockey that night. I'm gonna pass. You know, I gotta look at their baseball because I'm seeing games in the ESPN app that I didn't know. Yeah, just schedule. I don't want to see. Like I'm seeing games in ESPN Plus that I didn't know were available. I'm gonna have to look into this. Oh yeah, San Diego, Boston on Sunday. Okay. Atlanta, LA, Monday. Okay, I won't be doing that. All right, well, let's take a look at this. So next Friday, so we're talking what's the date? What's today? The 3rd. So Friday, April 10th and Friday, April 17th, there's no hockey. The 10th, it's just an off day in the regular season. The 17th is actually the break between the end of the regular season and the start of the postseason. So we've already got postseason hockey games coming up in 2 Saturdays, not including tomorrow. But I believe the postseason starts on April 18th. Should be exciting times. So I'm going to look to fill in some gaps once in a while with baseball. I know I didn't really want to because I do fear rain delays and extra innings, but I'm not going to preempt hockey or WNBA for baseball. I probably won't need to do those Saturday night Fox games because there's going to be hockey or WNBA, I think, before I would need it. Maybe later in the summer. Okay, so they acknowledge the Peacock Sunday night game, but the Peacock definitely has some Friday night games and other days during the week. Like for most of April, I'd say the first 3 full weeks of April, they got a game like every day. And I still have Peacock because we got it reduced at rate. Oh, where was I going to? Oh, I wanted to go past Monday. Yeah, I was just looking at ESPN to see if there's any other games I could pick up. Oh, is this? That's weird. I want beyond this. Yeah, Tuesday. Oh, I know. I'm looking for a game Wednesday. Let's just go by day. I'll look at the top. Do they have a game Wednesday? No, just in the afternoon. Yeah. So definitely taking. Wait, there's a Prime game? I didn't know Prime Video had games. Now I got to look into those. But again, Wednesday is going to be an off day because I won't be home in time. Bring the umbrella out. The Ducks don't score. Yeah, again, the Blues. I swear that for at least a brief moment, they had the best record in the league since the return from the Olympic break. But they did. I think they lost to the Sharks, and they definitely lost to the Kings, but it was in overtime, so they got a point. And thanks, Daryl Alston. Yeah. Yeah, it is Good Friday today. It's almost over for me. Okay, so yeah, off day Wednesday. Yeah, I'm gonna have to look into this. Maybe I'll do some daytime baseball then. I'm not gonna preempt hockey. There's no worry of that. Friday, I forgot which game. Oh, so next Friday, I think Peacock has Boston St. Louis. Does MLB acknowledge the Peacock schedule? Let's take a look at that. Okay, what is all right, let's go. What's next Friday again? The 10th? Actually, no, that's good. We know. Yeah, Boston, St. Louis. They don't acknowledge that it's on Peacock, but I looked at the Peacock app. So, yeah, next Friday we'll have the Red Sox versus the Cardinals, 7:15 Central. I'll start the live stream about 7:10. Brewer, I have no knowledge about baseball at all. I haven't followed at all. Next Friday would be my first game. I think there's a game. Yeah, I got to look into these ESPN games. Yeah, baseball, I don't know. I did some games last year till the over-the-air channel went away for the White Sox. The last game I did I shouldn't say that. I did the Padres Cubs series. All right, Monday, Tuesday. I'm trying to think what days are off. Wednesday. ESPN. Yeah, I don't want to do a 9:00 game. I think there's a game Thursday I was going to do during the day. Forgot which one, though. And I forgot which game I picked out for Friday, 2 Fridays from now. Oh, well, ESPN has St. Louis, Houston. So I'm going to have to look at their app. I'm going to have to look into this more. But I got to take a break. I got to go get some more water. Appreciate y'all being here. And, yep, we can just put the Zamboni race up for you. Let me queue up a couple songs, and then I'll be back. All right, real quick. Couple of short songs, I guess. All right, thanks, everybody. Oh yeah, and 2 Fridays. I think Peacock has a game at like 5:10. I might stick to that one. Thanks, this will talk. All right, this song's almost over. We'll let it finish. Oh, let me get out and back in too. Forgot to do that. All right, stop the music. I guess we'll stick on the Ducks broadcast. I don't know, St. Louis. I don't know what their deal was tonight. All right, come on, ESPN. Don't do that. There we go. All right. Just banged my knee into the desk. That's why everything shook. Pardon me. Did I? No, it's. Did I forget to unmute? I'm sorry. We should be good now. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, I may have been muted for a little bit. Sorry. But we're good now. All right. Face off. Taken. Dumped in. St. Louis behind their own net. They're in white, going right to left. Ducks in orange, left to right. Ducks in the far corner. Puck in the far circle. Whistle already at 19:42. Let's listen. Well, somebody on the Ducks had a mark on their chin. Was it a high stick or was it the puck? I don't know. They didn't show it. Oh, actually, the penalty is on Seneca. Never mind. Blues get the power play early in the third. So St. Louis has the 5. Anaheim has the 4. This is Seneca and the time, his penalty time ticking down. I know it's a little confusing compared to what you're used to seeing on TV. Towards the net on a shorty and narrowly scored for the Ducks. Blues the other way, 2-on-2, shot, save, and Dostal hangs on at 19:21. Yeah, I know. I know. I need to find more music. I know I keep playing the same stuff. Yeah, I don't think I was muted. All right, St. Louis. I'm on the Ducks broadcast. Yeah, so am I. I switched from St. Louis to the Ducks. Oh, raincoat. Yeah, umbrella. It's raining here still, I think. All right, the Blues get it out to the neutral ice, and it's into the far corner. Sent behind the net by Broberg. Broberg's impressive, too. I like Broberg for the Blues. All right, Thomas pass. Somebody got knocked down. Blue line. Broberg passes. It's sent off the far boards and dumped in. Into the near boards. Thomas looking to the near circle. To the point at the blue line. Thomas to the far circle. Another goal. It's 6-2. St. Louis cashes in on the power play at 18:38. And the Ducks are in a heap of trouble now. Now it's 4. That may be too much in too little time to come back for. Shots are 24-18. Dylan Holloway's 19th. I mean, that's not Dostal's fault. It was a cross-ice pass. Near circle to far circle. Thomas and Broberg on the assists. That's Holloway's second of the night. He has both power play goals as well. Back underway after the face-off. And we have under 18.5 to play in the third period. Ducks behind their own net. Pass to the neutral ice and taken by the Blues. Pass gets away from Suter. Taken at the red line by the Ducks. Puck knocked into the near boards. Pass And yeah, sorry, I just did the delay button on the ads. I forgot to do it at the start of the period. 18 minutes to go in the third. Is my clock fast? Just a tick. Dumped in by the Ducks. Out. Near boards. Blue line. Oh, John Carlson sent one. That may have been a save. But we got a whistle at 17:45. Let's listen for what.
Will be the rested, I beg your pardon, team.
It's a hooking penalty against Dvorsky of the Blue.
All right, Dvorsky with a hook. And the Ducks head to the power play as we get a look at Husso on the bench. Still in the baseball cap. 17:45 to go. Ducks are 0 for 1 on the power play. No shots yet. Puck in the slot. Shot. And it's high and taken by Leo Carlson. Pass to John. Got it right back. Down low. Leo in the far circle. Centered for Terry. It went off his stick. John Carlson passes to Leo. Leo drops it to John. Back to Leo. Kreider behind the net. Kreider off the boards. Granlund to the point for John Carlson. Leo Carlson down low. Leo to John. John to Leo. Far circle. Shot. Save. Rebound taken behind the net. Back to John Carlson. John with the puck. Pass to Leo. Back to John. From the point. A shot. Save. In the glove of Hofer. He hangs on at 16:49. 104 on the Anaheim power play. Sorry for all the ums and ahs. 25-22. Or pardon them. I'll catch up on Chance and then Isildur in a minute. Sent behind the net. Broberg does not get it out, though. Ducks keep it in. Sent behind the St. Louis net. Now blue line keeper. 47 seconds on the Duck power play. Killorn sends one and a rebound sent wide. And the Blues control and send it to the neutral ice. Picked up by, I think, Lacombe. Lacombe pass off of Seneca. He gets hit by Broberg near the near circle, and it's iced or cleared down the length of the ice by the Blues. 16 minutes to go. 14 seconds on the Duck power play. 10 now. Up the far boards and sent out by the Blues. That should do it. Behind his net, Dostal has it, looking, plays it up the far boards and out. Blues have it. We're back to 5-on-5. Blues getting a change or two. Same with the Ducks. Lacombe behind his own net. Pass gets away into the far boards. Taken out by the Ducks to the red line and a dump in off the stick of Moore. Sent in behind the net, I think by Paling. Centering pass. Thomas took it away. Pass. Blues going the other way to the red line, and they dump it in. Oh my gosh, camera operator, what are you doing? Near boards. Thomas with the puck. Ducks get it to the blue line. Pass to the red. Carried into the ozone. Stood up at the blue line on a nice hit by Tucker. Blues take it over into the near boards. Now drop pass near circle towards that shot was blocked out to the neutral zone by the Ducks. And the Blues dump it in from the red line. Dostal behind the net plays it to the far corner and sent in by the Ducks. Near circle sent up the near boards by the Blues. Off the bench side boards and behind the net. Dostal plays it to the near corner for John Carlson. Carlson sends it to the other side. Probably Truba he's paired with. Dumped in by Vetrano. Vetrano's shot, saved, but a big rebound. Near circle, not out. Ducks keep it in. Neighbors has it for the Blues. He gets knocked over, not down, just off the puck. And into the near boards. Truba sends it to the near corner. McTavish lost the puck, and Suter sends it out. Neighbors pass. Taken to the far circle. Towards the net. Backhander. Saved by Dostal, and puck in the near corner. Blues player crashed to the ice. There's a nice hit. And it looked like the Ducks got away with a cross check while the refs weren't looking. Into the near boards, and blue line point shot now. Saved by Dostal. He hangs on, and we have some more pushing and shoving, and a Blues player lost his helmet. 13-17 to go in the third. Looks like it is, who was that? Couldn't see who that was. Was it Berggren? Oh, no, it was probably Walker. Yeah, Walker with his helmet off. All right, we got the under 14 media timeout. 6-2 St. Louis. Oops, I did not mean to do that. All right, let me catch up in the chat real quick. As an Oilers supporter, I want St. Louis to win because Edmonton, yes, is tied with Anaheim with points. Yep. Right. Yep. Yeah, I'd rather the Oilers won out of those three teams. I don't like the Knights or the Ducks. 70% chance of winning the Pacific. Yeah. Oh, I think we got a late freight train. Thought I heard a horn. That will get the Laura Branigan records on the turntable spinning. What did she sing, Gloria? I know she sang something else, but yeah. That sounds familiar. If the Ducks lose tomorrow in Edmonton, could very well be for the Pacific. Yeah, I hear you. Yeah, the season concludes on Thursday, April 16th. The regular season. I should qualify that. All right, back from commercial. Shots are now 25-23. St. Louis, they lead 6-2. Time's getting very late here for the Ducks here at home in Anaheim. As we get a look at McTavish on the bench. Any day we want to get to this draw. Any day the Ducks want to find their spots around the circle, too. All right, can we just, my gosh, just drop the puck. Face off, Blues. It's sent out, though. Fowler goes back to the far, now passes to the far circle. Taken away by Moore. Shot saved by, oh my gosh, Hofer. It's in the far corner now. That looked like Lacombe. I thought it was, I don't know. Thought it was Moore. Near corner now. Battle for the puck. Blue line keeper. There's Moore. Taken by Zellweger. Center deflected. Where did it go? Oh, it went behind the net. Pardon the speak of the volume there. Moore gets it at the blue line. Long possession by the Ducks. Another shot. Where did this one end up? We got a whistle. Must have hit the netting above the glass. Oh, yeah, there's a freight train. We don't usually get them much past 10. It's 11:21 here in Central Time Zone. Northwest Illinois suburbs. Halfway, a little touch closer to Rockford, but about halfway between Chicago and Rockford now. Wow, they are really laying on that horn. All right, far circle face-off and a false start. You know, when you stand there long enough, somebody's going to jump, you moron. Drop the puck. Killorn in for Granlund. Just drop it, and they won't flinch. Oh, my gosh, we're resetting again. Now the linesman stands up. The Blues player is still crouching. The Ducks win the draw, finally. To the blue line. We've had decent luck. We hadn't had one this bad in probably over a week. Oh, lob pass basically by John Carlson, and Killorn nearly high-sticked it in. I think it would have been waved if it had gone in, though. All right, taken behind the net by the Blues. Pass off the near boards. Just sent out to neutral ice. But the Ducks, go offside. 12:03. 25-24 are the shots. Yeah. No. Oh no, I know it. I've my oldest son, I used to pull them up on YouTube for him. He loved watching trains. We have a train museum not too far away too. All right, sent up the near boards. We used to take them when they were little though. Ducks tried to get it out. It's by their bench. Blues have the puck at neutral ice. Dump in from the red line behind the net. Lacombe sends it up, but not out. Blues take it away. Shot was wide behind the Duck net. Another pass to the slot. Far circle. Another shot. Trickles off the rebound into the near boards and not out. Ducks or Blues keep it in. Now Dostal says I've had enough and just scoops the puck up and holds it at 11:23. Couple shots on goal recorded for the Blues. It drives me crazy. I hope you guys understand. It frustrates me so much. No, I'd say 4 goals in 11:23 is a little bit too much. Face off, yeah. Fowler shot. Far circle. In the far corner, Ducks finally get it to neutral ice. Over the red line, into the O-zone. Washi trying to get it behind the net. Fowler has it for the Blues. Long pass up ahead, red line. 2-on-2, but 3-on-3 into the far boards. Sent behind the Anaheim net, now in the near corner. Fowler with the puck again. He gets knocked down by... That's not, I keep forgetting who 77 is. Oh, Vetrano. To the side of the net. I don't think that was on goal. Ducks send it down, and they wave off icing. Blues have it behind their own net. 10.5 to play in the third. Picked up by Tucker. Tucker sends it. It's tipped ahead and dumped in from the neutral zone. Dostal to the far corner. Passed up ahead. Seneca carries the red into the O-zone, and then he dumps it in. To the far corner. Kreider couldn't get a stick on it, though. Leo Carlson did, and then the Blues send it out. John Carlson with the puck. Red line. Into the O-zone. Seneca loses it, and Thomas goes the other way. Thomas up the middle. Did they go offside? Must have. I did not see it, but they called the Blues for offside at 9:52, and we head to the under 10 media timeout, and it's getting later and later for the Ducks. ASDF. Yeah, no. When he was younger, my kids are 11 and 16. We're talking, single digits. And for the older one, I don't think my youngest was as heavy into trains, although he did watch Thomas the Tank Engine, just like his brother. I don't think he was as fascinated. Although, I got to set up his train set sometime, like especially at Christmas. I haven't We should do that. Did we get that third period? We'll do the goal. Holloway. I think we did, but we'll do it again. Holloway's in the far circle. Pass to the point. It got deflected. Great pass by Thomas. I mean, what could Dostal possibly do to save that? It was a near circle to far circle pass. And that's the only goal so far here in the third. Yeah. I could probably still sing the song, but I don't want to get copyright stricken. Yeah, they both watched that. We had a ton of toys, and the family that bought the house, our old house, had a little son, so they said we could leave toys, and I did. I left so much Thomas stuff behind. Yeah, so probably not much changed in the standings tonight due to so few games, but that game definitely hurt the Islanders' chances. All right, looks like we got an icing call against the Ducks at 9:46. Yeah, no worries. They, like I said, they were very young, but my youngest. But yeah, again, they both did watch Thomas late. I think I can, though. That's the little engine that could. Yeah, the original ones with what's that? George Carlin did. I'm sorry, we got to get back to the game. Pass to the far circle, save. Nobody. I'll wait for a commercial. Sent wide, now sent to the far circle. Still, the puck is just all around, getting deflected, but high sticks, no call, and sent to the far corner. Ducks still have possession. Pass went through the crease. Shot was high and went into the netting above the glass at 9:09. That shot was by Moore from the near circle. Life underwater. Yeah. What was I saying? Oh, yeah, George Carlin did the narration. Those were good. Wait a minute. Was he before or after Ringo Starr? Now I forget. Need attitude on the aisle. Yeah, I know. The Isles struggled tonight against the Flyers. Fowler sends it behind the net. It's picked up and sent out by Tucker. Dump in, though, by the Ducks. Under 9 to play in the third. And the Blues don't get it out just yet. Tucker sends one again. Ducks take it over in the neutral ice and send it back to the defense. John Carlson pass to the left wing. A dump in by the Ducks. Played to behind the net. Sent up the far boards, and Fowler at the red line will send it in off the far boards behind the Anaheim net. Pass, Ducks carry it out, and they dump it in again. Played up the near boards, but not out. Neighbors struggling. Granlund trying to take it away for the Ducks. Trouba passes. Both teams trying to dig it out. Seneca's there. Suter gets it out. Up ahead by the Blues, and they just dump it in. That was Berggren who dumped it in. Dostal plays it up the far boards. Ducks make a pass. Seneca couldn't get to it, and Hofer stops it. Hofer nearly out of that little trapezoid, though, when he was on the puck. That's a penalty if the goalie plays it in that little corner. Towards the net, centering pass in the crease, and I guess they were stuffed. Taken to the near boards, and the Blues send it ahead. Zellweger in the near circle, pardon me. 7:11 in the third to go. Behind the net. That is picked up by Lindstein. I guess Lindstein. Behind the net goes Stahl after the dump in. Moore plays it to the far side. Zellweger returns it. Moore sends it. Both teams getting line changes. And the Ducks just settle back in their own zone with 6:45 to play. I mean, I guess they've pretty much given up. Sent into the near circle. Leo Carlsson shot. Loose rebound sent out off the boards by the Blues. 6.5 to go in the third. Oh, a delayed penalty coming up on the Blues. Ducks have this extra attacker out there. Terry passes to John Carlson to the far boards. And the Blues finally get control of the puck at 6:13. So we have a Duck power play coming up. I'm sorry, we have an Anaheim power play coming up. Oh, Ducks, Leo Carlson Leo Carlson hit the crossbar, so the Ducks were close. All right, Snuggerud, but I didn't hear what he did. They were talking about the post shot, and they don't say what the penalty was. Let me see if NHL.com has it. Doesn't say yet. Nice. All right, power play for the Ducks. 0 for 2, 3 shots. It's cleared to the neutral ice. John Carlson has it. 6 minutes to go. 1:45 to go on the Duck power play. Terry carries it in. And the Blues get it to the neutral ice. Yes, the ones with George Collin. Yep. All right, carried up over the red to the near side. Drop pass. Granlund to John Carlson. Pass to the far circle. Kreider sends it behind. Granlund loses it, and the Blues clear it. Dostal stops the puck. Takes it behind the net. Passes. And the Ducks do their breakout. Apparently they took a shot away from Anaheim as well. Towards the net, that was wide, and the Blues send it down the length of the ice. 27-25 still the shot. 6-2 the score, both in favor of St. Louis. Red line carried in. Pass to McTavish. Near circle. Blue line keeper. Lacombe to the far side. Far circle. 30 seconds on the power play. Shot by McTavish. And rebound. McTavish. Oh, Seneca couldn't get to it in the far circle. Missed opportunity. Thomas picks it up and clears it down the length of the ice for St. Louis. No shots on goal here yet for the Ducks power play, apparently. All right, we're back to 5-on-5 as back out on the ice is, what's his name? All right, blue line keeper for the Ducks. Lacombe pass. Moore shot. Deflected to the far circle. Whiffed on the shot. Moore sends one. It's blocked. And the Blues are going the other way. With the puck, Druin. And kept onside by Dvorsky. Or no. I guess they called the Blues for offsides. 3:46. That's... Whoops. I hit the wrong button there. What? I don't know what came up on my screen. 3:46 to go. And they're saying the Ducks just picked up a penalty, but we'll hold that thought. We'll see. All right, let me catch up on the chat before I keep getting further behind. Oh, you're talking comedians. Yeah. Yeah, George Carlin did narration for the original Thomas the Tank Engine. Ringo started too, but Ringo was... Ringo was 1 and 2. Oh, there was somebody else. Okay. Hope for cheating to score a goal. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Well, nobody's pulling their goalie here. I don't know what I don't know what usually you only pull your goalie when you're down 1 or 2. Occasionally if you're down 3 with a lot of time. Yeah, probably because they were down 3 or 2. But yeah. Let's see. Ducks have Calgary at home Saturday, and then we'll have their next game after that. Tuesday, they host Nashville. We'll have that game for you. And then they have 4 more games. Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing on the 16th yet. It's going to depend. All right, so who got the penalty? McTavish got a penalty. Let's put that up. And the bull. Yeah, so nobody's pulling the goalie now. All right. Especially now that they're down a man again. It's 5-on-4 for St. Louis. McTavish with the Duck penalty. Puck is in the far boards, and now it's carried out and dumped in by the Ducks. St. Louis will take it from behind their net. Looks like Suter. May not have been Suter. Who's out there? No, that was Mayu. Sorry, Mayu, 23, not Suter, 22. Near boards, and the Ducks get it to neutral ice. Picked up Druin. Druin skates it in. Near side. Who is that? Far circle. Return to the near circle towards the net. A nice shot by Kyrou, and somebody just labeled Dvorsky and knocked him down at 2:51. I don't really want to hear the Ducks announcers, though. 28-26 are the shots. Dvorsky heads to the bench. There is 105 to go on the 105 to go on the St. Louis power play. Of all the draws, they let that one go through when the Duck player fell down into Thomas. Ducks clear it. Picked up by, Broberg, sorry. Pass to the near side. Fowler sends it. The pass gets away, though, and now the Ducks clear it down the length of the ice. Under 40 to go on the St. Louis power play. 2:20 in the third. 6-2 St. Louis. We were 2-2, but it was, 3-2. St. Louis 3-2 at the end of the first period. Taken at the red line, weaves through traffic, drop pass to Thomas, back to Fowler. Fowler's shot blocked into the far corner. Ducks try to clear. They skate it out to the neutral ice, and they lose the puck in the O-zone. Sent ahead by the Blues. Near circle. Snuggerud now behind the net. We're back to 5-on-5. Ducks try to take it up the far boards. Far circle. Centering pass. Deflected away from Paling. And the Blues going the other way. And that pass deflected. Dostal keeps it out of the net. It goes into the near corner. And kept in at the blue line for St. Louis. And hey, Dan, thanks for hanging out. I know it's late for you on the East Coast. Thank you for being here so late. Have a good Friday. Have a good weekend, I should say, at this point. Have a good holiday if you celebrate Easter. Under a minute to go, and the Ducks skated. Ooh, McTavish just got labeled, and then Lacombe labeled the person on the Blues who made the hit. We may have some pushing and shoving at the final horn here. Into the near corner. And the Blues have it behind their own net. Skated up the middle. Pass up the middle. Tipped into the near corner. 20 seconds remaining in the third. Pass around the near boards. And let's see. Pass to the far side. Ducks try to send it in. Tracking it down in the near corner. That is Goucher, I think. That's it. That's the end of the third, end of the game. 6-2 is your final. 53% of the 55 votes were correct. Blues 6, Ducks 2. Final score. Please like and subscribe before you head on out. Follow on Twitch if you have a Twitch account. 29-26 the final shots. I think, yeah, just the one goal in the third. The Blues closed the game out with 4 straight unanswered goals in the first, 2 in the second, and 1 in the third. It was only 3-2 after one period. All right, let me get caught up on the chat. Here's the schedule for the next 5 days. Hope you can read it. If you need clarification, let me know. Flames will charm 'em. Oh, yeah, smoked duck. Yeah. On Saturday. Yeah, thanks, Dan. Sorry if I missed your good night, but have a great weekend. Thanks, Isildur. Thanks, Chance. Appreciate you being here. Predators versus Ducks or Mammoth versus Blues or Jets, Sharks, one of those. Are we talking? We're talking tomorrow's schedule. Hold on. All right. So Saturday. Yeah, I don't think, unless my son's games get canceled, I don't think I can do Wild Senators or Avs Stars. So then I'm just gonna be. We're doing well, I can't do Canadians Devils. We're doing Sabres Capitals. Sabres, I got to prioritize Buffalo and Montreal. They both do well for the channel. Calgary. So I like to do double headers at 6 and 9. What were the other ones? Jets are terrible. I mean, I know the Jets are in the hunt, but Blue Jackets games aren't going to do much. Yeah, Mammoth games don't do much. The Canucks are the worst team in the league. Leafs games don't do well. Yeah, I'd like to watch the Kings, but we're definitely doing Buffalo, Washington. Spoiler season for sure. Oh, for St. Louis. So that, yeah, at 6, that's definitely the best game. But the Capitals games actually do well too, even though I don't hold back on my disdain for Wilson. But the Buffalo games take the Buffalo and then Montreal are the priority. I'm not going to preempt with the Kings anymore. And then at 9, well, I get a local blackout for Chicago, Seattle, so that game's not a factor. It really came down to Predators, Sharks, or Golden Knights, Oilers, and the fact is Predators games don't do that well, and we've got 2 of them Monday, Tuesday. I think the Golden Knights, Oilers games have been doing all right. Flames are terrible, and we did the Ducks tonight, so. Yeah, so that's why we're doing the 2 games we're doing. Yeah, that mix, right. Oh, okay, the 16th? Oh, yeah, you're right. I'm undecided. I'm sorry, I misread. Yeah, 16th, I'm still figuring things out. It's going to depend on what, I don't know if I can do a double header. Hold on. I guess it's the last night. I'd hate to do Kraken Avs 9:30. That means that game's not going to start before 9:45. That's so late. Probably late. Yeah, that night's going to be tough. Yeah. My choice is 7, 8. Yeah, 7 or 8, and then I can't see myself doing Kraken Avs. I don't think that game's going to matter for either club. Yeah, it's going to be tough. I'm going to have to see who it matters. Ducks Predators could be it. Sharks could still be in it. I think Blues Mammoth will skip. I don't think Kings might still be in the hunt. And the Oilers. Yeah, so we'll see. So that is the final night, the 16th, the draft. Yeah, we had the expansion draft for the WNBA today. I don't think I'll do any more draft coverage, though. Yeah, no, I don't. I'll go reread your thing. Yeah, that game will probably mean something. I don't think I'll do Mammoth Blues. Jets, Sharks, again, it depends on which one means more. It's probably going to come down to Ducks, Predators, or Kings, Flames. Because I might want to just, especially if the Kings are eliminated, I may want to watch Kopitar's last game, even if it's on the road. I should probably make sure I do his last home game. I got to see when the Kings are home last. Okay, they play the Canucks on that Tuesday night. I may have to make sure I do that, especially if the Kings are in. Yes, Bridget, is it Carlson or Carlton? Yeah. She was with the Minnesota Lynx, and she got selected first overall. She was a free agent. Each team could take one unrestricted free agent or potential free agent. Wait a minute. That's not a picture. I don't think that's Bridget Carlton. I think that's somebody else on the Wild. On the Lynx. I don't think that's Bridget Carlton. I think that's somebody else. I think ESPN effed up. Oh my gosh. You had the draft. I don't think that's Yeah, that's somebody else. I'm trying to think of somebody else on the Lynx. Let me look up the Minnesota Lynx. They had the right picture earlier. That's embarrassing. I don't know if that's her either. Let me find. I don't know why I'm digging into this. Let's see. Oh, no, I'm thinking of Alana Smith. That is Bridget Carlton. Okay, I had Bridget Carlton and Alana Smith mixed up. Yep, never mind. I think they've already wiped her off their roster. That's who I was thinking. I was thinking of Alana Smith. That is Bridget Carlton. Yep, my bad. Yes, the Toronto Tempo won the coin toss, so they elected to pick first in the college draft, or just the draft. That's why Portland chose first in the expansion draft. So that's how that went. They each took 11 players. They could have taken 12. Yeah, again, it's going to depend on what happens. We'll see how the standings are. I can't type. We'll figure it out when we get closer. All right, that's gonna do it though for me. Yeah. We'll see. Again, that's really the only undecided day. We'll see how the standings go. All right. Thanks, Isidore. Thanks, Chance. Thanks, everybody who decided to chat. I appreciate you all. Yeah, no. I'm not going to do fantasy. No. I don't think I'm going to cover any other drafts, probably ever. We'll see if I do any preseason WNBA, but we'll definitely be there for the regular season. We'll see how the hockey playoffs and the WNBA regular season matches up, though. We'll try to do a little of both. Yes, thank you all. Thanks again, Isildur and Chance, for all the chats. I appreciate everybody being here and everybody watching along. Thanks for the likes, the subscribes, and if you follow on Twitch. Hope to see you tomorrow. We'll have at least a doubleheader Saturday and Sunday. If I can add an afternoon game, I will, but 3 games is a little hard on my voice, but plenty of hockey coming up. We'll work in some MLB baseball. Probably not before next Friday, though. Until next time, take care, be well. This is Sin Bin Stream signing out. Have a great weekend, and good night and goodbye.